So we're on a lake that they basically, I wouldn't say basically, they've nuked completely. All the offshore grass, this was a big hydrilla lake, all the offshore grass is dead, and you can see we're fishing dead lily pad stalks here. And look, there's a fish moving right there in front of us. And you know, typically you look at dead lily pad stalks or dead anything and you think that there's no fish in there. But I think because there's not a whole lot of structure left in the lake, the fish have got to be pinned up on something. It's not like the fish moved anywhere or left. So we've been picking off some pretty good ones in here. So we'll see if the GoPro curse doesn't get us this time. We can actually catch a few. Go on the speed worm first fish. Not a giant.
Not a giant.
Not a giant, but hey, it just means that they're still here.
I was getting a lot of, like, on that artificial trip I had the other day, I was getting a lot of good fish. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. It was on stumps. It's not bad though. Oh no, he's not bad at all. Get on up out of that. Get out. With that one. There we go. There we go.
All right. What do you think that goes?
Oh, I go 4, yeah.
4 pounds?
That'll work.
She's yours.
Yeah.
Show it to that camera too.
All right, well, I was over here fishing a speed worm. We got a whole bunch. We're in a dead lily pad field right now. And we've just been slow rolling some worms through it, working everything really slow. And this fish number 2, and we already got a solid one. This one's going about 4 pounds.
Real quick, what it is. Being real close to 4. 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
4.5.
So
should we hold on to him?
Yeah, we can. See what we can
Let's
get
hold
for
on to
back.
it. Let's hold on to him. What I like to do with these speed worms is fish them extremely slow, but I also like to keep my rod tip up and just slowly reel that reel. The reason why I like to keep the rod tip up as opposed to like pointing it down or kind of straight at it is it gives me a ton of time once I feel a bite to kind of let that fish take it. So when I feel a bite, I'll go down and then I'm already ready to go back up. By the time I go down and back up, that fish has definitely got it, and I just feel like it increases my hookup ratio a bunch. It was almost a 5-pounder when it first boiled. No. Oh, come on. Come out of there. Shut up. We'll take him. We'll take him. Come on now. Give me a little slack. Another fish for us is all I say that is. Number 3.
Like, if I was fishing a tournament those early, I wouldn't be too mad at that fish.
Right, no, it's definitely not a bad one. Another speed worm fish, that gooseberry. Quit sleeping on the gooseberry, guys. Gaines is the one who, you're the only person I know who uses that gooseberry.
Yeah.
What it is, it's a
like variations of purple.
Right.
I love it.
It's really cool because it starts off like black in the front, almost like a it's got the little sparkles like a June bug would have, yeah. But then that tail is like pure purple, and something about it, man, something about it. I bought a pack of them the other day because that's all they had at the place I went to. And I figured it's close enough to black and blue or June bug. And I don't know, this might be my new color. It's funny because these dead little lily pad stalks, they every once in a while kind of going through them because your speed worm kind of ticks through them, so they almost feel like a bite, like a little like subtle bite. And right there, it felt just like lily pad stalks, but it felt like 3 of them, and I'm like, I just don't think I hit 3 in a row right there. So I look up, my line's jumping. I'm like, that's a fish. Bigger ones, they can run through those stalks themselves a little bit easier. Like they kind of break through with you. There we go. Another good one now. Old speed worm.
I thought he broke.
It's one of it's Florida's tried and true bait, man. I mean, you come to Florida, there's no secret about it, man. There's definitely no secret about speed worm being a key bait, but also like it just stays good. It's just a bait that stays good. year round basically out here. I've got my biggest fish in a tournament on it. I'm pretty sure you've got, is your biggest fish in a tournament 10 pounder on it?
Yep, but it was a bit of a weird color.
Right
Down the middle of it was bright neon green.
Really?
And the other side was bright neon pink.
Really?
I had like one less in the pack. I don't even know where I got him. I'm pretty sure it was my dad. And I threw it on there because we were struggling. And like 10 minutes later, I catch that on it. I've never been able to find it again.
Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Freaking fluorocarbon. It's working. It's coming through.
Still feeling one there?
No. Yeah, he's there. Little guy again.
Yeah.
That fluorocarbon scared me now, though. At this point,
Yeah.
so much grass out there, man. You know, it's
So easy for them to get off once they get.
yeah. It's just you can't really horse them, and that's my main issue with fluoro. Is it can break, and you can't horse through stuff like this. I really shouldn't be throwing it in here. And also, it goes to show. I mean, you're throwing braid. What pound braid is that?
65.
60. You're throwing 65-pound braid. You still have the big one, and you've gotten the same amount of bites as me.
Well, look at how dark the water is.
Right, right.
It's like
So-
they're not gonna be able to see it. Now, if we're in like a clear fishery or something like that, then I'm like, that's when I start wanting to throw more
Right, right.
fluoro and stuff. But
You know, it's more like a mental thing for me.
yeah,
I think I gotta kind of break it because I think I've gotten a little bit too. I need to throw fluoro. Fluoro's okay, you know.
yeah, it's
and-
gonna cost you a big one. One of these days.
Exactly. I'm worried about that. Up north, fluorocarbon all day.
Oh yeah.
And then he complains that he doesn't have any money.
There we go. Another speed worm fish, number 6 for us on the speed. Number 7 for us on the speed worm. Number 7 for us. Little guys, little guys.
Yeah. Hit right at the boat.
But
Yours
both
hit
of them,
almost right
both
at
of
the
them,
boat.
yeah. Right at the boat. That's
You
funny,
gotta set that
man.
one for me.
But that's a 7-fish day in our first hour. We shall take that any day. You gonna keep on the speed worm?
Hmm?
You gonna keep on that speed worm?
Probably for a little bit.
I think I'm gonna finish this in the speed worm. Yeah, it's just been working way too good for us. Another thing, you know, when you're rigging a speed worm, what is this? Let me check weight real quick. I'm using a 1/8 on mine.
Maybe I might actually be a little heavy.
When you're rigging yours, I always make sure that tip is down. Tip is facing down. That way, you know, and it basically does the same action with it being up normally when you're swimming it. But a lot of times, like when we run over these dead lily pad stalks, that tip will actually work as like it'll disturb the water a lot more than if the tip was upwards. So I like to always fish it with the tip down. Is that a fish? Ah, not a bad one, not a bad one.
Whenever I'm fishing this, and a lot of times what I'll do whenever I get a hit, I open up my bail and let them take the line, just because whenever I'm fishing this, I keep my rod tip pretty center to where I'm fishing, just so I'm able to work it around all these stumps and everything. And it basically makes it where they can't feel the tension whenever they're running straight away. Just gives it that few seconds to where I can let them eat it for a little bit, and then from there I can go through, reel up into it, and then set the hook, and it's helped my hookup ratio tremendously. I was getting to where I was losing so many fish by doing it, because they'd hit it real hard and just run straight away from me, and it'd just be instant tension, and they'd only have half the worm in their mouth, and then they'd just drop it. But now like that, it makes it where I can let them take it and then get a good hook set.
Yeah, I guess you're the one. Oh, right.
That is a dinker. He ain't gonna win us. This worm is all kinds of messed up, but that tail still perfect. So I'm gonna keep on throwing it.
Yep. Yeah, these speed worms, it's a notorious big fish bait out here. Like fishing these, like little stalks and whatnot, with a fluke or even a Senko, but more like a fluke, you know, you'd probably catch a bunch of fish, but you'd probably have a little bit harder time getting that bigger bite on a fluke. I'm sure we can go through here and pound a bunch of small ones. Is that another fish for you?
Yep.
Look at that, there we go. I'm sure we can go through and pound a bunch of small ones. That might be a better one? Nope.
A lot of grass.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Come through here and pound a bunch of small ones on the fluke, but we are getting small ones too on the speed worms, because it's kind of doing the best of both worlds. You know, yesterday afternoon when we were in here on the guided trip, you know, 5 and a 4 were caught, both on that speed worm. So I think we're gonna stick to that speed worm just to try to get us some bigger fish in this video. All right, so speed worms definitely, they did their thing today. They did their thing so far today, at least. Got about 11 on it, a bunch more bites. Probably could have 14 right now if we would have caught them all, but that's how it goes. We're gonna go on and move to a more of a, I don't know what you call it, dock fishing, flipping, not really flipping, but more like casting to docks and stuff like that bite. See if we can't get some on the Senko. The Senko is another bait that in Florida, no matter where you throw it, you're gonna catch fish on it. But I feel like the Senko is like that all around the country. Compared to the speed worm, is definitely a more Florida style bait. But we've had a very good bite. We're gonna try, we've got some really good ones on the Senko this year in this next spot. So we've got 2 good ones so far. Let's try to make that 3. I think the rest of the day we're not gonna be worried about catching many more fish. We just want to kind of up that size of what we have so far. So let's go see what we can do. All right, let's rock and roll.
Oh, I did not even see that tree up there.
There you go, strategic.
Oh, it was.
No way.
Is that a fish?
No.
It is. It's a dink, but I meant to do that.
Please tell me your camera's on.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
hilarious. What is that on? Speed worm?
Oh yeah. Good
So he's
old
still throwing the speed worm.
Old Faithful.
Can't stop throwing that speed worm.
Never.
That was hilarious, dude.
Threw up in the tree there, got it unstuck, and it landed right here over by the edge, and fish hit it pretty much as soon as I started reeling.
So we said we came over here to catch bigger fish. I think you just caught a smaller fish, dude.
Yeah, I think I may have just caught the smallest fish of the day, actually.
I got the last 2. That felt like a fish. Oh, you little bugger. Nope. Oh, that feels like that's kind of moving. Yep. Nope. Right off like the second cast. And then I missed 2 more, but I doubt they were big, man. It seemed like they just pulled the worm right off too. So back to square one, I guess. You know, if go where you're catching fish, because I feel like we left them biting. Hopefully they're still biting over there. But if not, you know, it's already been a pretty good day. We're not gonna fish for too long, man. These summer days get pretty hot. And being out here guiding 5 days in a row and then coming out here fun, it's kind of hard to stay out real long. But I think we've had already a great day, so. But later in the day, I just have to try this Senko. I just feel like having something sitting there on top of them might be the ticket. I'm gonna find out.
Nail a better one. Working on holes and stuff.
Oh, ain't that funny?
Not a bad one either.
That'll work. Oh man, that is funny. Well, number 14 for us. Another small one, but it was on the first cast of that Senko.
Oh, like first drop of the Senko.
Yep. Like I was saying earlier, you know, another one of the staples to Florida is that Senko. It's more of a staple to the United States, I think, as far as fishing in general, but it works just as good in Florida, especially when that bite kind of slows down, hotter in the day, and you just want something to dangle right in front of them. Sit it right in front of their face, and that's exactly what it does. And I don't even think I moved it right there before I got that hit. That'll do it though. I typically will always throw a black and blue variant or a June bug variant. These are the Yum Dingers.
I would love to weigh in a freaking 27-pound bag in a tournament.
There we go. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Another little guy. Something about that Senko just kind of sitting there muddling down in front of them is just, it's a ticket. You know, a lot of these fish have already kind of stopped chasing bait at this time in the morning. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock, but it's summertime. They shut down quick this time of year. But if you just kind of sit that bait in front of them, like I was barely just shaking that thing. They see that thing just shaking in front of them, they have to eat it. Redo.
Yeah, you did. Thought he would.
Yeah.
Still, it's not like I can even store whole deer in my little house. That's a bite. There you go. Oh.
Stuck on grass, something.
Oh, I lost him. That's a bite.
Dang it.
That one might be a better one. No. He's not bad.
Bring him on up.
Not a bad one.
We'll take him. Another good fish off the
speed worm.
off the speed worm. Better fish.
Not getting as many, but I mean.
I'm thinking what I had might have been a better one right there. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't on though.
That'd be another one that'd contribute.
About 10:30 now. Fish for about what, 3 hours? 4 hours, almost 4 hours. And we're able to get 16 fish in the boat. I'd say we came out here and did exactly what we were planning on doing. Which was catch them on a speed worm. Got a few on the old reliable Senko as well. But that speed worm was definitely the key out here today. I think you caught all the big fish, dude.
Yeah,
all the big
I
fish.
carried the team today.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I might have stayed with you as far as numbers go, but you definitely got all the big ones, man. But it just goes to show, man, that speed worm in Florida is just undeniable, man. It's undeniable. One of the best baits you can possibly throw. I think coming to Florida, anyone's coming to Florida, dude, throw a speed worm. You're gonna catch fish.
Yep.
With all the vegetation and whatnot, that's the best thing about it is it's weedless. You know, you can fish these stocks here without getting caught up. I know you were throwing the chatterbait in the beginning a little bit, and it was just.
Yeah, it was just getting caught halfway through it, which that works too sometimes. But
right.
It's just the speed worm's so easy to use, and it's just it catches fish, gets bigger ones, and I mean we caught plenty of them today too.
Right. So all right, well, let's get these guys out of here. We got a few good ones. We kept our good ones. We forgot the outro again, man. What does AJ always say?
I have no idea.
Till next time, guys.